guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just stumbling on my video for the very first time, my name is Oluchi Jocelyn Nwalema. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Trust me, I have different contents to keep you guys glued. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for sticking. Oh my god, I don't know how to speak English again. Anyways, I know it has taken a long time for me to release this video, but I'm so sorry. It has not been easy juggling full-time job with, I'm running my MBA currently, doing school, and planning a wedding that you are not even, in the same location. And that one is story for another day. I'll give you guys my wedding planning story later. I know I released a previous video telling you guys that I got a full-time job, wonderful pay. There are plenty facts that I thought was true before I came here, that when I got here and I started applying for a job, I realized, oh my god, that's a big lie. The first of it all is you must have Canadian experience for you to get a job. My dear brothers and sisters, that is a big lie. The biggest lie in this world, I feel, is that particular sentence. I don't know, but even if I even want to say, okay, maybe that's only what happens in my city here in Canada, I was getting interviews from jobs that were not even here. They were in Ontario. I think I got one for somewhere in BC. There are certain steps you have to take while you're searching for a job, that if you don't have these steps in place, nobody's going to look at you or what you have to offer. The most important thing is you must have experience in the role that you are applying for, not necessarily Canadian experience. I can categorically tell you that in the 2 months before I even got a job, I'd done like more than 20 to 25 interviews, if not even more. There's no jokes. I'd done lots of interviews, most of which were phone interviews. I think few physical interviews that I passed to like stage 2. And I could tell you that I had interviews with Canon. I had with a lot of like good companies. Number one on the list that everybody has to have is God. You have to have God and prayers. That's the first step I would advise anybody if you're going into the labor market or wherever it is. Number 2 on my list is your CV. Canada has a CV format. You have to tailor your CV in the Canadian format way. Look for it online, Google it, look for templates, like just look for something to tailor your CV in that direction. I will thank my husband for helping me tailor my CV, because trust me, I don't really know anything about CV. It was my husband that helped me to do everything concerning my CV. It was something that my husband did while doing my CV. He took my job roles and then he went on Indeed. He was searching for jobs that were similar to, the jobs that I was applying for, looking at, all of the things that they are requiring and using that to coin my own CV. So that was one important thing that we did. We looked through to check what these employees are looking for, and we use that in coining my CV and tailoring my CV. Number 2 on my list is using job websites. To be honest, people were use here. The truth is, I just stick to Indeed. Indeed was the only website I stick to. I never applied on LinkedIn. I never applied on other ones that people would say, oh, put here, put there. I just stick to LinkedIn. And guess what? I took my time while I was jobless. I made sure that I threw my CVs not less than 50. I was just throwing it. Any job I say, I file it here, file it. In a day, I can drop like 50. Apply to like 50 job applications on Indeed. And Indeed makes it easy for you. Once you fill in your informations, you do all of that. It helps you. I'm sure there were some days I went through more than 50, if possible 60. But I was just throwing my CV into things that I felt like, okay, this was where I wanted to be. Even business development roles, I threw into that one. But because I didn't really have so much experience, I would say that was why I wasn't really acing my interviews with business development. People that are good, with business development roles, there are plenty jobs. Accounting, hey, jobs are plenty. So don't let anybody deceive you telling you that you need Canadian experience to get a job here. That's a lie. Have these steps in place. Trust me. Highest I give you 2-3 months, you get a job. To be honest, I was getting as many job responses as possible. I was getting a lot. So I even got here. I'm sure people were even surprised when I was saying, oh, I have an interview by this time. Oh, I have They were wondering, like, where is this girl getting all these interviews? And they've been throwing their CVs, they weren't, getting any responses. Indeed is not bad. I think, a lot of jobs are on Indeed. A lot of employers are there. I don't know. I just feel like that was what I used. That was what worked for me. That was what got me attention and all of that. And guess what? It was through Indeed that I found something interesting. So because of how like my CV was, I don't know what's so interesting about my CV. If I look at the CV itself, there's nothing there, but a lot of hiring agencies started messaging me. I realized that they existed here in Canada, and there are many, and they are easy to use. That, they had job roles if I was interested. They scheduled interviews. They even helped readjusted my CV after having interviews with me, asking me what was your experiences like. These hiring agencies, they were now the ones bringing jobs to me, like, oh, do you want, this is a part-time job available, this is a full-time job available, are you done? But around the time that these hiring agencies were sending me jobs and all that, I already this job that I got now was already clicking. It came miraculously, guys. I can't even explain. And trust me, I'm enjoying my job, I'm enjoying the role, I'm enjoying my boss, I'm enjoying everything about the place. When God just puts you in a place of peace. No, God is good. Lots of hiring agencies from wherever region or zone or wherever it is that you guys are. But then these people they got my contact from Indeed, and they started messaging me, giving me job roles and all of that. Am I interested in this job? I only know for Vancouver. I don't know for other places. You can Google it. Hiring agencies are underestimated in these job markets. Run to them. They used to get jobs because like me, if I had a company, I wouldn't want to be on Indeed surfing and checking 3,000 applications. Just go through hiring agency to get my candidate. I don't have that time. These hiring agencies, once they have applicants, they just push you forward. So I know that these hiring agencies, they got me like 3, 4, 5 interviews with confirmed companies, and they have sections. They will ask you, what job type are you looking for? They have people on every job sector that you're looking for. If you're into accounting, they have like people that they work with accounting applications. If you're into, just run to hiring agents. I could drop some on the description box so you guys can go and message them, email them. The minimum jobs that they will get you. I think the minimum here for jobs that I was seeing, I will not lie, was like 25, 24, 28. That was the minimum pay per hour that I was getting. But obviously, because my job was, I had to, you understand? They got me some jobs, but I'd already gotten like this my job that is way better and pays more than my roommates. I gave her, I think, 2 or 3 of the hiring agencies, and trust me, it was less than a month they got her a job. So these people are underestimated. Last but not the least, you guys, be bold. Know how to ace interview questions. I realized something here. These people don't even ask you, they don't even give you like exam, go and do 1+1 or test. The only test that they'll give you or whatever is like to check your computer skills, just random things, Excel, how to use Word document. They'll just give you, do it at home or wherever you are. It's majorly if you can, just to test if you can use computer and stuff. They'll ask you what are your hobbies, etc., etc. So you have to be bold. Your brain has to calculate fast. You have to, once you start stammering and all of that, you just feel like you're not confident. You don't know what you're saying, or you've never done these job roles before. You have to be very confident. I knew when I started at the beginning stage, you guys, when I was getting like job interviews, oh my God, I was so nervous. When I did the first one, I flopped. But at the third one, I started having an idea of, okay, this is the kind of questions I'm to expect. I started becoming more confident and I started gaining more courage. So you have to be very bold. You have to be courageous. You just have to know how to answer scenario-based questions. Don't let anybody tell you that there are no jobs in Canada. There are jobs. There are job roles. Enough. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I beg you guys. I'm begging name of God. I still have more content to tell you guys about this Canada. I still have some inside gist. And please, if you are not clear, please just ask me questions in the comment section. Trust me, I'll be answering everyone. If you have questions on whatsoever, please just ask. I don't know if I was descriptive enough, but sometimes you think you are, but you are not. Please, any question that you guys are not clear on, please ask me. I promise to answer you guys as much as I can. And I'm sorry for taking too long before I release the video for you guys, but please, this Canada content, I have plenty. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for subscribing.